What's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel. This is a YouTube channel that is somewhat gaming, although I am a serious person, so I do interconnect serious topics onto my channel, since it's not something other people tend to really talk about, especially in the Splatoon sphere or any real gaming sphere, at least that I've noticed. The majority of people I've interacted with aren't really serious people when they come to do stuff. It's very hard to actually explain anything, I feel, to people. So that is usually why I try to keep updates here, because most people don't have the will or the patience usually to search up stuff on their own. This channel is about almost 5 years old. The actual account is about 6 years old almost, but the actual channel when I started uploading, it's about 5 years old. The first video I ever uploaded was a Mario Kart challenge that I did back in 2019, May 25th, when I uploaded the video. Back then, I was recording with my phone. If I go back to my oldest video, this video right here, I was recording with my phone. This was while I was still in 8th grade. This was when I was in 12th grade. Let me rephrase that. I'm so stupid. This is when I was in 7th grade, and I'm in 12th grade now. This video I recorded with my phone, and that was okay. It was a bit funny, but it was really just a time trial video. The first Pixel 3D video I made, and then subsequent videos, I made more of them. I made one Discord server, but this is no longer exists. I made a Silver.io. Pixel 3D for the majority of my channel was the main thing, until I got Hurricane Outbreak starting to go up. Hurricane Outbreak for me was really a video series that surged up around February 2020 when Gray Still played the game for the first time. I made a lot of videos on this in November, and they started all surging at the same time. I made duels videos, I made some videos relating to music. Created a Hurricane Outbreak server. This is still around today, but I got rid of it. I don't really use it. I had a small animation back then as well. So basically almost all these videos I was just playing Pixel 3D Subway Surfers. Pixel 3D for this time, for me, was lagging because of my phone. I still have the old phone here, but it was lagging pretty badly, so streams always used to crash. Usually. At this time, I was usually uploading a lot more videos than I do now. This was about a video per week, or multiple videos per week. Channel updates, Splatoon 2 clips, Retro Bowl. This was 2021 stuff. Like, the drop off really starts around here. In 2021, I wasn't doing too many streams or videos. I think it would be easier if I showed off my stream area. This is my first Splatoon 2 video. This was in March of 2022. From here, I was actually able to get my capture card around this time, and I kept going and playing Twitch games. This was Vera, and we kept going. So I really only got my This is still Splatoon 2. I really only got when I started making Splatoon 3 videos around November of 2022. That's only the real time I really started. First 2 months of the game, I was basically AFK, and then we kept going. I made multiple scenario videos for the Category 5 Cyclones. I made this Civilization series, and we've kept on going. And I've had plenty of series where I've just missed stuff, and I haven't really done anything afterward. Made some Pokemon content. Around the earlier part of last year, 2023, I started making Tropical Cyclone content, which I have to get back into. And then ever since, the videos have really slowed down. There hasn't been a video in over 2 months. So I gotta bring these back. And this is where I started making weather forecasts and the COVID updates. So for me, the channel has been an interesting topic for me. This was mainly just a hobby that I always had. So on this channel, it's mainly been, besides Pixel 3D, it's been Nintendo games for the most part. Splatoon 3 is the main one, but just Nintendo games in general is basically what the channel is, combined with just me being here. I do community posts relatively often. I have streams relatively often, where it's like not too far in between the dates where I usually have streams, and they're pretty long most of the time. Although, not every stream has lots of people coming towards them, I feel. But I've been streaming for a decent amount of time. This is really the second phase of streaming, because the first phase of streaming was just 2020 into early 2021, and then after mid 2021 I stopped until obviously November 2022, and I've been in that cycle ever since, where we just have this game just playing Minecraft. I used to do, which I don't really do too much anymore, mainly because it's lagging. I remember having to do Visco for friend codes and put in the Discord link until I figured out it was an age account problem. It was preventing me from doing stuff. Like, yeah, this was what I was used to. Like this right here. I've been streaming for a long time, so I definitely know how to do this already. And then the only part of my channel I think was neglected is just the shorts channel. This part I have not updated in months, simply because I'm not really a shorts creator. I don't have that many ideas on my own. So that's basically the channel history. So let me actually talk about where I think we're going to go. I didn't even show you guys the channel history. I'm so stupid. So stupid. My bad. Let me go back and do that quickly. Okay, so basically, the shorts channel has been neglected since I haven't updated this section for months. The live stream section, I do them pretty often, as I just mentioned, and these are how many streams I have. It floods the screen because I have plenty of streams, but there's so many that I've done after 2022, especially after mid 2023, where it just kind of floods the screen. Because I've been streaming constantly. And whenever I can, I usually tend to stream. Not as much as I usually want to, though. I think that's basically it, though. For the future for the channel, I hope to actually start making more videos. I know that uploading videos is going to take a long amount of time, simply because I have to edit all these videos. This video that I'm going to upload is not going to be edited at all. I don't have to do that. But for my update videos, the weather updates, those type of videos, Splatoon videos, all of that needs editing, where I have to put in open shot and then edit everything, get the right name. I have to make thumbnails for everything now. I'm considering turning Storm Speaking into a video podcast where I just talk about how I feel at that certain day. So the next video of it will probably be talking about how I view unserious people, and usually the problems I have with them. Not because they're bad people, but because it's very hard to actually communicate anything that's actually important to them. If there was something silly or something that was fun, it would be very easy to communicate something. If they want me to do something, it's very easy because they just know, okay, he's serious, he can do it. But I want to actually explain how I feel around most of the time, where even in serious conversations, just I don't want to keep using but they can't maintain a conversation for very long, is how I feel. After a certain amount of time, they just zone out and they move to something else because the conversation is just not something for them. It requires for serious conversations, you need to actually think about stuff that you're saying. Almost everything that's being said, a person has to think about continuously. So if I go back to scene 7 here, almost everything a person has to think about in serious conversation is you have to think about what you don't like. You're talking about the things that you disagree on something with. And for me, usually when it comes to for example AI, for example, one person may hate it because it has use cases in which it harms people. But for me, I'm trying to understand and get them to understand the fact that they don't actually hate the idea or technology. They hate how it's used, and what they're really trying to go after is something that is more complex than what they're thinking of. Like, black and white thinking for me is not usually something that I have. Everything is usually in shades of gray, where things can be leveled at different severities in different degrees based on how things work or how they're implemented, and whether they're actually the cause of something or just an additional contributing factor that's used to advance something, but they're not the actual sole reason why it's happening. Like the replacement of writers or artists using robots isn't because the robots are replacing them. It's mainly because people don't want to pay those people, which is a completely different topic and requires a lot more thinking and input than just simply AI bad, which is much harder for people to actually understand, at least in my view. Because I feel like for me, almost everyone I talk to, there are a few serious people, but actually getting anything across, people do not understand what I'm talking about, as I'm speaking at such a level that it's just an alien concept to whatever they're thinking. Like silliness is something I can deal with and handle, because there's not something wrong with it. But silliness is hard, is a difficulty, because it signals that the person themselves is probably not fit to actually understand anything that's complex, in my view, because they tend to not be able to have the information with them. And when you try to explain it to them, there's a lot of cools. They're not really too interested in the actual conversation. They don't even know what they're trying to talk about when they're in it, and they don't want to be in it since it feels confusing for them. So that's probably what I'll talk about in the next video, the Storm Speaking video that's probably going to come later this week. I wish to try and put some things in it to edit it, where I just try and draw arrows and try to explain arguments that I have in my head to a wider audience. That's probably what I'm going to do. Other than that, for more videos like this, channel trailers, although this is a very long channel trailer, it's like 12 minutes long, future ones, if the channel gets updated and whatnot, I will have a playlist titled StormCoder's channel trailers. That will go from this one at the top, and then as you go down, you will be going more and more contemporary with the trailers as time goes on, and you will actually be able to see how the channel has changed over time, how my thought process has changed, things like that. So a person who is in the future, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, however long the channel goes until I die, presumably, or I don't have access to this channel anymore because it gets banned, deleted, or I lose my password for some reason, have dementia, whatever, in that case, that someone can see this is the evolution of a person from when they were in 7th grade. If I look at their oldest video, see how they sounded then, and this is how they evolved over the years, and someone can actually make like a biography about what I've been doing all that time, to be able to understand what I'm thinking, since I make videos talking about it. So I would actually be documented enough to actually be important enough to be a study. Something like that is what I'm aiming for. And then besides that, just a plan that I have for the future, and I'll end the video. I'm trying to get like a coalesced clan organization where YouTubers, at least close to me, work together under the same emblem to get projects done faster. But for me, I'm not sure how that's going to work, mainly because I have to get rid of the fact that they're unserious. That's the main thing I have to cut through. They may like to do YouTube, but actually doing any sort of cooperation amongst people and tackling ban lists, rules, etc., anything that requires people to actually think about things, the unseriousness has to be taken out of the situation. The unseriousness is really killing any real discussion. Any important discussion ends because the person's unserious and just cannot handle it. It's not like they say anything that's terrible, but they just can't handle it. So I feel I have to work to a point to get them out of the silliness as a personality trait and have that as a separate thing where they are one person in the silly realm and another person in actuality when they're actually doing stuff. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys on, I'm not sure, probably Friday. I know there's no school on Monday since it's Martin Luther King Day on that day, but there will also probably be snow, so maybe I can also close school on Tuesday, because school for me is closed today because of storms, mainly due to high wind, which is understandable. Alright, I'll see you guys then, hopefully. I'll also try and get more of my update videos out. So, hope everyone's doing well, and see you guys, or whoever's watching, later. I hope, at least.